That's my shawl.
Okay. So everybody ready to move on? I think that's a yes. Okay. So laptops down, we're going to do a little more teaching here. For this part, you're going to need these sheets, and then we will go back to the next later. Like this side. Great. Luce, do you want to pass it back? There you go. Okay. Actually, they won't sleep. We changed every one of them so that they wouldn't defreeze and go to putty.
Oh, okay. Well, let Lewis do it.
Okay. So, can anyone tell me what HTML is?
Lewis.
Oh, and if you three would put your laptops down, that would be great. Yeah. Yeah?
Text markup language.
Exactly. And so HTML is used for formatting web pages. And as you saw, you just wrote a little bit of HTML. And it was then interpreted by your browser and displayed whatever text you entered for you. However, there's a whole lot more to HTML. It's based on what are called tags. And so that's just anything between the little things nobody can name, the evidently called angle brackets. And so if you look at a tag, it has an opening angle bracket, the type of the tag, an attribute equal to a value. And then it'll have a closing tag. So for example, if we look at this one here, can everyone tell me the different types based on that anatomy? And then maybe take a guess at what this is doing. We're not going to use this until probably tomorrow, but I just wanted to show you that you can use this anatomy to analyze any kind of tag and guess at what it could do. Can people see me if I write on this board? No. Okay. So, what do we think the first part is?
It's the type of tag.
Yeah. So what do we think it does?
Tells you what it is.
Yeah, the type of tag does tell you what it is, but that being said, what type is this? What do we think this is going to create for you?
Form. Form.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, does everyone understand the attribute and the value here? Just like a variable in any other programming language, even though this isn't technically a programming language? Okay, cool. Last group needed that explanation. I think you guys are good. Okay. So, here is just a general example of how an HTML document is supposed to look. You have the document type, you have tags saying that it's HTML, in case you didn't get it on the first line, and then there's what's called the head and the body. A couple other notes are just that comments are indicated like this, but I actually gave this to you in your starting HTML documents, so it's not something you're going to have to memorize. But this is just the way you should technically do it. One thing you'll notice is that HTML lets you get away with a whole lot of stuff. And so if you don't write this, you'll be fine. As you noticed, you didn't write it a second ago, and the browser was fine with it. This is more of because some browsers might not be fine with it, weird things might happen, you just want to code as best as possible just in case. Okay? That being said, we're ready for some basic HTML tags. Anyone want to guess what this does?
Bold your text.
Yep. And so you just stick around whatever text you want to bold.
Header.
Okay.
Paragraph.
Break.
All right. So I'll leave that up there for a second. Does that make sense to everyone? Is everybody on board? Okay. So those are the very basic tags, and I'm not going to cover a whole lot because they're really easy to learn. So you can go to w3schools.com for amazing tutorials on HTML as well as a lot of languages I'll be teaching. But you can also look at existing web pages. If you right-click and say View Page Source, it'll show you the original HTML document used to create that web page. So if you see a table you like, you can click on it, look at the source, figure out how to make it on your own. And then also you can click directly on an element and say Inspect Element, and it'll just show you the HTML for that particular part. Okay? So, that being said, now we're going to go to your name-1. That's the one where I set up the general format. And so write something in bold, add a heading, a paragraph. If you finish early, If you would write your name on the board up here, just to let me know that you're done working, and then go back and look at other people's pages, look up other HTML tags, because I just want to know when everyone's done so we can move on, but I also don't want you being bored. So the marker's right here, I'll clear off the board on this side. Yeah?
My computer locked out.
It logged out or it locked you out?
It locked me.
Oh,
All you need to do is press the arrow and it'll unlock.
I got the computer.
no.
Basically, that's what I did. I do is I take it all this. Just like you refresh.
That's valid.
That's why I use it every
Let's go ahead and turn them off. They won't actually go to sleep if we close them, because we spend a lot of effort
screen
setting that. Okay, well still, I don't think we're gonna have anyone else coming.
So boring, this is.
We just come back?
It's short. What's the shortcut to navigate downward to
Control
Control D? No, that's delete.
Control P, Control P.
So each one's
Oh,
supposed to
down,
be-
not Control
N.
Yeah,
Control N is
title
down.
goes in the head, and
Control
that
N
will
is
actually
up.
name the tab.
Control N is
Down.
Just P is up.
So, using your mouse is not gonna help you.
Wait, so do you just put this
alright, I
anywhere?
see.
Like put it anywhere? Cheat sheet.
You can just use the arrow.
We're gonna go over a couple other things.
Yeah, I know, but like,
You're not supposed
If
to,
you
like.
go
yeah.
up,
Why not?
That's cheating.
do not
No,
get all
yeah,
this
arrow
stuff.
keys are
Don't
cheating.
bring that line.
That's not arrow.
We're not allowed to use arrow keys?
Yeah, you'll learn faster if you struggle to do your controls.
How do I run it?
Okay, control K. And then
Not supposed to use
control
arrow. Add a head right there. F is. I literally just press control P, it goes up.
Actually, I'm gonna look at soccer.
Yeah.
That's why you have the.
Are you?
Why?
Yeah.
Because it was full.
What's running?
Going off?